back here at Locked In for another match of the week from the Deadlock Fight Night, week number 27. Now, the match that really caught my eyes was going to be the EU money match between Abrahams and Virtus.pro. The reason for this is we got to see a little bit of a change up in Abrahams and how they approach the game, mostly seeing Hoot play more of a carry role on a particular hero of Calico. But they're up against their toughest challenge yet, taking on Virtus.pro, who are getting more settled within the meta, and it definitely would be a tough match indeed. A lot of kills were traded in that left-hand lane between Zergy, Michaelis, Jamside, and Hoot, but the real focus turned towards the mid lane, with Demov making plays happen.
Ooh, Demov finding Taz. I feel like Demov could have a really big game on this holiday here. Oh, fine, Saf.
After some small skirmishes and the initial gardens being taken for both teams, Abrahams managed to get 2 earned turn-ins courtesy of Hoot. VP managed to get their first at the 20-minute mark. This all led up to a split push from both teams, with Shark and Demov taking the right lane base guardians and the mid lane walker using Obikim and Michaelis to stall for this all to happen. Oh, but it's got backdoor protection. Minions are going to be coming up here in a few seconds though, so they should be fine to take this here for Virtus.pro. It's about whether or not they can defend any of their other lanes as the retreat immediately coming out of VP. The lead, Tass is being chased down, but in the meantime, we see Michaelis in the pocket trying to get this high ground control. And to be fair, if you're going to try to get a catch on Jamside, I feel like Pocket's one of the best heroes to do it on, because you're going to be playing from the high ground anyways.
Really nice frozen shelter there, keeping Pocket safe. I do love the macro here actually from Abrahams, what they attempted to do, but actually they're gonna be losing. Abrahams gonna be losing that mid walker. Oh my goodness. VP with the hit squad across the map.
VP pick up the next urn to deny it away from Abrahams, with it being a turn-in on their side of the map. This leads to the longest fight in DFN history, so I decided to speed it up a bit.
Seems like getting caught, and VP all coming back into this fight. Looks like they want to take it. Finally, both teams on a big team fight. The ability is flying across, and it's going to be together. He goes down first on Abraham's side. Sharik is now taking the punishment, but still staying up for the moment. Okay, finally gets taken out thanks to Jamside and Abrahams. It's looking like very difficult for both teams in this fight, but right now Abrahams doing better on the health and the overall positioning, and it might be an opportunity now for VP to try to start disengaging. It looks like they're trying to do that. They're trying to back away. This is a perfect moment for Abrahams to turn the game. Frozen Shell is going to be activated there for VP to allow them a defensible position, and that might create a scenario here for Abrahams where they have to also consider, do they keep committing into this one? There comes the Death Slam, can't get a connection with it though. McGrath's tried to earn some position forwards here, and Taz on the chase down, able to take down the KLS. So 2 plays down for VP, 1 down for Abrahams, and Mystic is in a pretty forward position right now, still chasing on these kills, and that might be another spot there for VP to keep this one rolling on through off the back of that pick onto Saint. And indeed, they are pushing further up the mid lane here, all as a pack, and that's a problem for Abrahams. They're trying to disperse and fall back here, but the damage output, the single target damage is huge, as we see Zergy coming in on the Infernus with a massive off the burn. Keep pressing the issue here for VP into this mid position. If they get more kills off this, they will have a mid boss waiting behind them, and now we have Hoot coming back into the action. He is causing problems on the peripheral, and so VP having a really interesting time here for Abrahams. The fight still raging on. They're not willing to disengage fully just yet. They're now trying to chase the kills down. This could go either way still at this point, and fall back. And Jason, you gotta give me a break on this play-by-play. Please help me. I don't know how this fight lasted so long, but Obikim got a second frozen shelter off in that fight. That's how long it lasted. The first one used to just try to sustain Virtus.pro so they can continue to fight. They go on the counter push because they have so much healing. Shark taking the last standoff, and Hoot disables it before he has a chance by killing him. The Scourge doing some decent work here to Hoot. The constant swaps happening. I don't know where the hell Zergy just went, but he's gonna die eventually as the fight still rages on. Another retreat at Abrahams.
As Demov's come back into the mix here, takes down Tass, and maybe we have a second take a breather here. It's only left on together. The 35-minute mark approaches, and that means another urn as Abrahams have gotten the last 2. With 30k in the lead and the patron exposed, VP strike, knowing they have their opponents on the ropes. With the last stand, and the urn has been picked up, it hasn't been turned in.
Another big team fight here. Everyone is present. However, VP, again, holding that formation, falling back a little bit. Although with that said, there is Zergy on the side of the battle who is trying to pump damage into anyone he can find on that peripheral. Again, positioning super important here. If you can find someone to isolate, he's going to do that with the concussive combustion coming on through. Big damage out from the afterburn, and there is a fantastically timed death slam, and you've got Zergy getting knocked around, but is so healthy still, and the damage is being pumped out here. VP are crushing this one. Abrahams just simply do not have the single target damage that they need. They can't find any way to have any go of this fight, and they're getting forced back completely. Wiped, 4 players down.
The refight after the reju take by VP led to the map advantage in the series.
I feel like they can just stay out here. They are 50k souls ahead. Oh, there's a lasso. It's found a Geist.
I think they're going to commit to it. Also, confirmation from our observers. Demov has yet to die in this game. We talked about it being a pivotal point in this match. You talked about it in the earlier parts of the game as well, Dan. that he's going to have an amazing game, and he has as well. 52,000 souls for DMOV in particular, but Virtus Pro are going to able to close out the first map in this series. The early game involved a lot of pressure out of Abrahams, getting the first 3 towers while only losing 1. Tass and the Haze started to roam once they got the mid tower and started to create kills across the map, all while Hoot had been building up a massive lead. I mean, the thing is, like, they should be able to get a confirmed lock into this. It's whether or not they escape their lives. And Listic won't, at least.
Wow, that haze damage is nasty. We wanted to see what the haze could do. At the same time, on the left side lane, three heroes could still actually pressure that Walker potentially.
Tass is being a menace in the jungle of VP, acting as a human ward and opening up kills with sleep daggers into slowing hexes. The value Tass is creating opens up not only 3 kills for Abrahams, but also a rejuve. That could be up for the fight. And actually, I mean, he should be going down from this. A great shoulder charge comes through using the ice path to get up there, and the Abrahams are still picking up kills constantly around the map. The Urn picked back up. It's going to be a turn-in for VP side of the map, though.
Yeah, and the chase is still on around this Urn. It seems Zaggy trying to get whatever he can, but there's just too many players, again, just isolated. And it's going to get actually pulled in, I think, and it's going to be up on the roof. And 300 HP, getting just punched in the face by the Calico, the ult to finish it off. And the Urn is in the hands of Abrahams. And they honestly can... There is a world where they're going to be able to get the Walker into the Urn drop-off if they're going to win another one of these fights, but they instead decide to go for the mid-boss, which I think is definitely a very, very good choice. And this is something going to force a response here, Jason. You can't give this up for free at this point.
It looks like they're going to have to. I think there's one player they might throw into it. Maybe Shark. Actually, no, they're going to throw in multiple players. Opekin comes through. Broster Schultz are going to buy some time. But I mean, he's just buying time for the rest of VP to get there. They still have to go for the steal. The trade going to come in early, though. And the Go Ball being used just to stood up left, right, and center. Not to mention the Rejuvenator going to be confirmed out of Hoot. With an initial catch on Listic out of Saf, both teams converge on the last remaining Walker for VP.
Force defense from VP as they bring everybody across. And this fight in from the top. The affliction is massive there. Beautiful affliction from Mikhail S. Just taking chunks off of absolutely everyone from Abrahams. But is it going to be enough, though? Jamside is still able to take down Mikhail S, so his efforts may be in vain as the Walker is still under assault. And the fact that Abrahams can tank through this, take all the kills, get a full team wipe, and the Walker spells massive problems here for VP as they try to escape, but it is impossible.
With the push out of VP trading a Walker take for them and losing the Urn, it turns into 2 deaths and a reju for Abrahams. Off the back of this, the next Urn gets contested, only for VP to lose 4 players and the map.
And here we go. Abrahams bringing in the full force, looking to finish the job again. And it looks like the seismic slam is just going to be positional. So positional seismic slam as they continue to press forwards.
Gonna say, if Virtus Pro can retreat away without losing too many people, they're gonna get an Urn turn in, but this cube is just gonna be pushed into a corner, and yeah, that's gonna be it. You might get the Urn, but you're not gonna get the win here. Abraham's gonna get a map 3 in the series. Very well done to them, and the rough part is, like, I don't know how I rate the Haze necessarily. Like, it's done work, but they've also basically won flat out for a majority of the games. So I don't know if I can really rate the Haze necessarily, but hey, when it came to getting some pick opportunities with the Sleep Dagger, it definitely worked out. Abrahams are once again off to a strong start, and it began in the draft phase as they forced a Calico ban out of VP. This start continued into the early game, taking the mid tower 5 minutes in and creating a 5k soul lead 8 minutes. Abrahams get the first turn in of the Urn without contest, but the second go around, VP don't want to let it go for free. There's really no world where Mikhail should win out in that 1v1, and Hoot's rotated towards this left hand side to force this fight now as we do see the Urn being dropped. Redosco swap looking to be used, the last thing to come through, and he's actually left the Urn behind.
Got to be done here. The binding work coming on in, able to dodge that one, but oh my god, Taz on like 10 HP, unreal. Oh my goodness, Obikim and Sharik getting all the kills there for VP. So, you know, he said never count VP out. They're now in a soul lead as they continue to try to pursue for these kills. There's the bird in though, falling on top of Sharik.
VP go for a counter push on the right lane after securing an Urn just a minute before. From a prior push out of Hoot. But they're just going for the chaser. They're going to catch out Tass. Telekinesis is going to be used. Can actually push the Zergy up into the sky and disarm him for now. Listic also going to be hexed up right next to him. The last stand directly near the Walker, trying to cut off the retreat. You can see Sharky needs the help, but there's the first assassinate coming through together, looking for even more as he does have that full level max ultimate. But he needs his teammates here. He needs some help to get them low before he can actually go back in, and his teammates are all falling by the wayside. He's going to be running for The game started to snowball as VP get reju from the previous fights and get down the initial base Guardians while turning in an urn. The lead had extended to 40k 30 minutes in, and another retrieve takes this close series into its conclusion as VP lock in another win here at DFN.
Getting very lucky here, he doesn't get caught out. From a jam site going down, I mean, we're going to see the Shrines fall, we're going to see the Patron Stage 1 fall. Not sure if we're going to see the finish of the game, but with Rejuvenator, why not?
Yes, it's time. It's time to reclaim the throne for VP. Once again, getting in there. And you can definitely see that more defensive value with the new base changes, but again, this is a bit overwhelming. It is overwhelming. The Shrine's going down. Patron's getting absolutely melted, incinerated, disintegrated.
More adjectives.
I ran out.
Obliterated.
I need to reload. Eliminated, obliterated, liquidated, defamated, defecated. There you go.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that wasn't the word I was expecting.
Well, the Virtus Pro taking very convincing wins in the 2 maps that they did secure here in this series. It was still nice to see Abraham's take a map, but obviously they have to build their blocks even further. Seeing Hoot on Calico was a thing of beauty and did eventually force a ban out in game 3 of the series, but they need to deepen his pool a little bit more. But I would hope to see Abraham's keep him on more one of these carry roles to help his team excel. That's going to do it here for a match of the week of DFN number 27. Make sure you guys like and subscribe here to Locked In, because I did hear once we hit 1,000 subs, finally Deadlock, Yoshi said himself, will go open beta.